Good morning. Government climatologists verify what we already know. It was a hot summer, but just how hot? That's what we'll discover in today's top story. For farmers who saw their crops shrivel this summer, the fact that it was a hot one comes as no surprise. This week, the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration released its recap of the warm season, that 6-month period from April to September. AgDay meteorologist Mike Hoffman has some of the details. Mike.
Thanks, Clinton. NOAA just released some preliminary data on the warm year we've had. The reports say the U.S. warm season had an average temperature of 68.2 degrees. For the lower 48 states, that's 2.6 degrees above average. That warmth erased the old record set during the warm season in 1934. Some other interesting notes: 33 states said this summer was among their 10 warmest years on record. However, at the same time, 24 states set their hottest temperatures ever in the 1930s. And no state has done that since 2010. So the 1930s still very, very hot. Perhaps even more problematic is the dryness. NOAA says the national precipitation totals average 14.4 inches and an inch and a half actually below average. Again, these are national averages. Here is the latest crop moisture, and you can see it's still wet in the southern Mississippi Valley, parts of the southeast, a few spots in New England, especially Maine, and also from South Dakota, Nebraska, westward across the northwest and parts of the southwest. You're on the dry side. I'll have my forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Sounds good. Thanks, Mike. Unfortunately, it does not appear the central U.S. will get much relief this fall. Much of that region remains in severe drought, as Mike pointed out. Now, University of Missouri atmospheric sciences expert is predicting a mild and slightly warmer than normal winter this year. A very weak El Nino in the central Pacific is the source. Because the El Nino is so weak, our precipitation will be either at or slightly below average. That would mean less snow to help recharge soil moisture.
We have a weak El Nino in the tropical Pacific, and that means a little warmer waters. And when that happens, you get a jet stream that runs across the United States but south of our region, and that means drier conditions. And so we're going to experience less precipitation and perhaps fewer chances for snow than typical.
A dry winter will be very precarious for us because we're already 11 inches behind average annual rainfall from October to October. Therefore, we have little to carry us over for the next cropping season.